1, స్టెప్ 2, స్టెప్ 3, స్టెప్ 4, స్టెప్ 5 ప్యారలల్ గా ఫాలో కావాలి. సో లేకపోతే మీకు మిస్టేక్స్ వస్తాయి. ఓకేనా? సో ఈ ఫస్ట్ అలా మీరు ప్యారల్ గా ఫాలో అయితే వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ఎనీ ప్రీ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఆపరేషన్, ప్రీ డిక్రిమెంట్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసేయాలి. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఇంకా ఏం ఆలోచించకూడదు. నెక్స్ట్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ ద వాల్యూస్. ఈ వాల్యూస్ ని ఇక్కడ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? కంప్యూటేషన్ చేయాలి. సో ఇక్కడ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద కంప్యూటేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ అవి కంప్యూట్ చేయాలి. తర్వాత పోస్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఆర్ పోస్ట్ డిక్రిమెంట్ లాస్ట్ లో పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి. మీరు అన్ని మిక్స్ చేసేసారు అనుకో రాంగ్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? అది ఏమైనా ఉంటే లాస్ట్ 10 మినిట్స్ చెప్తాను. ఓకే, డౌట్స్ ఏమన్నా? ఓకే, I hope morning classes everybody has listened in online. Yes, sir? Okay. Now we are going to start some more important topics. Not only this C programming, or any programming. If you want to learn Java, if you want to learn Python, or if you want to learn any other programming, these are the very basic blocks. By seeing the structure, we can say those are easy, but if you are going to work somewhat complex problems, it becomes very tough. So, in order to write any programming, we need these conditional statements. What are those? So, we know very basic conditions. What is the basic conditions? If else, if else. What is, we know very well, right? What syntax? Even though I will explain one more time, okay? Whether you will know, or you know that all the syntaxes. You know all the syntaxes. Okay, if you know also, I will tell you what is how the tracing. Okay, in all the loops. Try to listen very carefully. So first, if statement. If else. In this if else is called as a optional statement. What is optional statement? If at all you require else statement, then only you have to give the. Otherwise, you can omit. So that means in if else, only the mandatory thing is if, else is optional. Else is what? Optional statement. Suppose, so let us start how the flow. It is a very simple condition. So we have a start with here start symbol. That is start. And after start, we need to check for that. What is we need to check? We need to check for the very good condition. We need to check for the condition. We need to check for the condition. After checking the condition, if the condition is true, what it will be executing? If the condition is true, whatever it is, the statement, this will be executed. This will be executed. So this will be some statements will be executed. If at all, the condition is false, if the condition is false, it will come out of the if. It will come out of the if. So here it will be come out of the if. Or if at all else statement is there, okay? If you need else statement, you can write here else. That is optional. That is optional. Suppose, sir, I want if it is a false, I need to add one more statement. That is the else statement. You can write again else one more condition here. Okay. If it is false, you can execute this statement. You can execute this statement. You can turn out. So this is a basic flow of if condition. This is a basic flow of if condition. Okay, where we apply this uh, if else statements. Okay, so let us see the syntax. Let us see the first of all syntax. What is the syntax of if the pencil is there? Someone bring so it will be easy. Ma'am, okay, madam. No issue. Okay, you see here. What is here? Syntax is first the keyword is what? If. If is what type of keyword? What type of keyword? We have a 32 keywords. We have a 32 keywords. These are all called predefined keywords. These are all called as a predefined. Who is defined? When the compiler is designing, the people have already given that all the 32 keywords. So in that we have a this type of all keywords. You can mention any condition. You can mention any condition. If the condition is true, here the statements will be whatever the statements will be executing, and we have to close the if block. If it is only one statement is there, do you need this parenthesis? You no need of giving. If it is only one statement is there, you no need to give this all flower braces. That is one of the advantage. Okay, remember that. If it is only one line, is there, after it will check for the condition. So you want to give something else block. You need to give, suppose what you are entering in ATM, something you are entering pin. If you are enter correct pin, it will enter to the next step. Otherwise, it will use please enter. It will display the message what? Please enter correct pin. That is an optional message. But it is a user friendly. Similarly, here whenever you are going for the else, this is the optional block. You can write else block. So here for every block, each block, else block is optional. That is remember. For every block, else block is optional. Let us write one simple program. If you want to write down, note down, I can note down. Otherwise, we will go for a next one. Okay. One faster so that we will cover many topics. We will solve many problems which are useful for your competitive examinations. Morning class is also very important. If anybody misses, please revise one more time. Try to write down, make it fast. For writing slowly, that means we are wasting time. Now check. Write a program to check whether the given number is even or odd. Write a program. Write a program to check whether the given number is even or odd. You tell me what is the normal way of when we can say it is even number? When we can say, yesterday I already explained, whenever there is a program, you have to first try to implement the logic. What is the logic? Whatever the computation part is there, you try to analyze. So what I want, my output is, I want all even numbers as well as you have to it will display odd numbers. Okay. So now tell me, if it is even number, normal even number, you know very well. What is even number means? Divisible by 2. That's it. That logic is done. If it is not divisible by 2, then we can say it is odd number. That's it. So how can I write in terms of program? So let us see that. So we'll see that. What is? You tell me. First, anyway, this we will start with the main. ఏమైందమ్మా ఇది క్లోజ్ చేయనా? ఓకే. ఓకే రైట్. కొంచెం టైం దొరికితే ప్లీజ్ టైం వేస్ట్ చేయద్దు, మాట్లాడు మళ్ళీ. సో మేక్ ఇట్ very quickly. The main part is we are writing. In that we need I need to enter the randomly number. I need to enter the any number. Okay, any number. So if I enter some one number, it has to say the given number is either even or odd. So what should I do first initially? What should I do? It will have some declaration section. It will have some declaration section. So that we will see later. So means for entering the number, what you will require? Some n value. Let us say you are entering some integer type. What you are entering? N value. That means you are entering from randomly. So after that, so n is, so as of now, okay, this declaration don't complete. Okay, whenever we require, we can add that declarations. When you are writing a program, don't write all the declaration part. Okay, you try to see what declaration part I needed. I will write parallelly. You can add later also. So now you tell me printf. Okay, short. Printf, tell me what I should display the message. Enter the number. Who has to enter? Who has to enter the number? User. User has to enter. So enter number. Enter the number. Okay. Now user is entering number. In order to read the number, what we need to write, what we need to see? Scanf. So these basic functions, you know. Scanf. What type of number he is entering? What we are expecting? We are expecting any integer type. Generally, he is entering no. He will not enter even number. You have to say whether it's a even number or odd number. User is entering some random number. Okay, that means that is a integer type. So tell me what is the integer type? %d, comma, where it will be storing that n value. It has to show somewhere. Where? In the memory. Morning I already explained the memory concept. Yes or no? This n value is storing it somewhere. Initially garbage value. So it is having some address, some 2000 address. Okay. So this is called it as a ampersand of what? N. That means this is the storing. Where it is storing? When the user is entering the value, it will be stored in this place n value. In place of garbage value, it is going to store. Understood? Suppose user entered some number 7. Okay, user entered as a number as a 7. In the end, 7 will be storing. Remember the programming flow. If you are not remembering the programming flow, you will not understand program. Okay, so whenever the user is entering that n value, it is directly going and storing into the n place. Okay, now what we have to do? We need to now check for the condition. What condition? That n is divisible by 2 or not. N is divisible by 2 or not. So you check here if what, I don't know n value. Okay, later user can enter one more value also. Okay, so if n, tell me, divisible by 2 means what is the, yesterday we have discussed operations. What operation? Divisible by 2 means remainder has to get what? Remainder has to get 0. That means n percentage what? 2. N percentage 2 is equal to 0. That's it. Understood? Whatever the user entered value 7 should be is divisible by 2 or not. So is equal to 0 means what? When you perform the n percentile 2, remainder is 0. That means percentile means remainder. Remember, okay? Division symbol means a result. Okay, that you have to understand. Okay, if n percentile 2, then what we need to write? Print. Tell me, if the condition is true, it has to go for the, so print the given number is even number. Okay, printf entered number is even. Entered number is even. Yes or no? If you want to display that number also, you can display. Okay, using percentage. But just now we are normally writing even. Next, the if block. Actually, there is a one statement. If you want to skip these braces, you can skip. But for your understanding point of view, just I am giving the braces. Okay. Next, what should I execute next? Else. Else is optional. If you don't want to print about odd numbers, skip it. No problem. But if you want to add odd numbers also, you have to add. What is the statement? Else. Else. Suppose if it is a true, it will be executing. Else block will not execute. When else block will be executed? When the if block is false. When the if block is false, then else block will execute. Else block will be executed. So what is printf? Tell me. Printf. If it is not divisible by 2, then it should be a, tell me, odd number. So entered number is odd. Entered number is odd. So you can close the main also. You can close the main also. Main we have opened, right? Main function. Then you can close the main function. So that means if user entered 7, now see the flow. 7 is entered. Now 7 is, now you see 7 percentage 2 is equal to 0. Is that true? That means 7 is divisible with 2. 7 is divisible with 2. No. So where it will come? That if block will not executed. Where it will come? Come to the else block. So else block will be executing. Printf entered number is odd. The given number is odd. Suppose you entered it is a 12. Let us take user entered as a 12. So now where it is, user is entered 12. Here in place of n, what it will store? 12 is storing, and it will come to here. So 12 is divisible with, tell me, 12 is divisible with 2 or not? Yes or no? So it is divisible with 2. So what, which block will be executed? This if block will be executed. What is the statement? Printf entered number is even. Output is entered number is even. This is a basic if else block. Understood? Okay. So write down. If you want to write, you can write down fast. So we'll go for the next question. Quickly write, please. Done? క్లాస్ లో అందరూ వినాలి, అందరికీ అర్థం కావాలి. ఏ డౌట్ వచ్చినా అడగండి. ఇఫ్ యు గెట్ ఎనీ డౌట్ యు కెన్ ఆస్క్. కానీ ఎవ్రీబడి షుడ్ లిజన్. నెక్స్ట్ one is కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ రాయాలి. మీకు టైం ఇచ్చానంటే 1 or 2 minutes లో రాసి వదిలేయాలి. డన్? మీకు ఎక్కడన్నా పీపీటీస్ లో వాటిలో దొరకవచ్చు, బట్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఓకే. ఏంట్రా పైకిల్స్లా? ఓకే, గట్టిగా. థ్యాంక్ యూ. నెక్స్ట్ one is, suppose we are writing one more condition. Let us see that. If double tap era. Double tap. వచ్చింది. స్లో. ఓకే. సో done. Hello. One more thing. Here we have one more simple program. You tell me. Main, there is a main, and we have a one statement. So we are writing if block, if of some 5, and if, okay, this is not there. If after if we are writing some statement, that is printf hi. Next printf hello. వినాలి. Next else, else block. This is one of the interview question. You tell me whether the program is having any error or not. Error is there or what is without error, what is the output? Is there any error? What is the error? I already told that flower brackets are, if only one statement is there, flower brackets are not required. If the flower brackets are not given, by default, how many statements it will take? One statement after F. One statement after F it will take. Okay. Now tell me. Tell me quickly. Throw some answers, whether it may be right or wrong. నాకు వినపడాలి నేను చెప్తే మీకు వినిపిస్తుంది కదా స్కానప్ కావాలా డిక్లరేషన్ కావాలా ఓకే ఓకే ఇది తెలీదా మీకు ఇఫ్ 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 సంథింగ్ ద వాల్యూ వాట్ 5 that will be true, that will be true only. If of whenever the only except 0 remaining all cases will be true in conditional statements. Okay, if something if of 0 means condition is false, remaining all cases it is true. Okay, now tell me whether it is. Now I have given two things. Now tell me the answer directly. What error? And what is the answer? It will print hello. Inka bhaya. Okay, wait. What it will do is, here the condition is true or false? Condition is true. Condition is true means it will come and here it will execute. What is that printf statement? Hi. Now what I have to next, so immediately it should have a, because only one statement. If always, if you're not giving any braces, it is taking only one statement. So what it will assume that, okay, one statement is executed, else block is optional. What I have given, else block is optional. It will compiler think that, okay, else block is optional, no issue. It is printing this also, hello also, because it is out of if. It is out of the if. This block is called out of the if. Out of the if block is only here. Okay, next time, because I have not given else immediately. You are not given else. The compiler is assuming that, okay, for the user, if only he want only if block only, else block is not there. So then it is also got executed. Next, which statement is there? Next what? Else. Now compiler will think that, okay, else block is there, but what is else? For every else, there should be a if block. What? For every else, there should be a if block is needed. Without if block, you cannot write else block. So now, is there any else block here? Is there any if here related to else? No. Immediately it is no. If block is terminated and it got executed one more statement also. It is come out of that if block. It came out of the if block and it has executed. Now for this else block, there is no if block. This is called one compiler error. What is? Compiler error. It will display that. So for this else, there is no if block. There is no if block. That is one of the competitive examination question. Okay? Ardhamainda? So for every if block, else block is optional. But for every else block, there should be a if block. If and else will be immediately. If and else will be immediately should present. Suppose you are giving like this. If of you are giving this parenthesis here clearly. Okay. Here also you are giving the parenthesis after this two printf statements. After two printf statements, you are closing the parenthesis, curly braces. Then for else block, now it is true. Now it will be true. If you are not mentioning these curly braces, by default it will assume what? Only one statement and after if block will be the executed. If you are not giving curly braces, how many statements it will execute? Only one statement after immediately if. Next statement is it is out of if block. Next statement is. But if you want to mention here clearly in the curly braces, you can mention. If you want 100 statements also, you can mention 100 statements. But only it has to be a curly braces. Understood or not? Clear? If and else, clear? Any question is there? Any question? What? అర్థం కాలేదా అన్నిటి నెక్స్ట్ done. We'll go for the next one. Next one is రాసుకోండి, ఇది కూడా రాసుకోండి. సౌండ్ రావద్దమ్మా, నేను చాలా స్లోగా చెప్తున్నా, ఇది ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ కాబట్టి ఇట్స్ ఏ డిఫికల్ట్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. దట్ ఈస్ వై ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ వెరీ స్లోలీ. Our goal is not to complete all the syllabus. Whatever I am explaining, you people, at least 99% people should understand. Except any health issues, headaches, except those people. Rasara, any doubts? Next. ముచ్చట్లేంటి వస్తుంది, లేస్ కాసేపు నిల్చో. తన్మా ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్, నేను ఒకసారి నెక్స్ట్ అన్నాను అనుకో ఆపేయండి, బికాస్ మీకు ప్రతిసారి స్టాప్ అని అనలేదు. ఆల్రెడీ గొంతు క్లాస్ చెప్పడానికే అవుతుంది, మిమ్మల్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి కూడా యూజ్ చేయాలంటే కష్టం. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ లూప్ ఈస్ వైల్ లూప్. వాట్? While loop. You know very well about while loop, but you don't know how the competitive examination questions will come. So let us see that basic structure of the flow of the while loop. Okay, flow of the while loop. First understand. It is starting with start. I'm writing flow chart for easy understanding. Okay. After start. Okay, if any input numbers, whatever it may be, it is taking. I'm not writing all those things. Now, after that, what it will check? It will check for the condition. What it will check? Condition. If the condition is true, 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 what it will execute? If the condition is true, whatever the statements will be there, it will be executed. After executing statement, where it will go again? It is executing statement. So now, after executing again, Where it will go again? After it's stop. It's a loop. What are those? While loop and for loop, do while loop. These are all called looping systems. So after executing, again it will go for the, it will check for the condition. It will check for the condition. So it's a keep on continue like this. It will keep on checking the condition. If the condition is true, again it will go for checking the condition. Whenever the condition is false, then it will be exit. Okay. Whenever the condition is false, it will be exit. This is a basic structure of the while loop. Okay. Sir, okay. Now we will see that very simple programs based on while condition. Syntax of the while, you tell me. Syntax of while. Chapali. While some condition and whatever the statements are there, those statements will be executed. Whenever it is a false, it will come out of the while loop. Okay. Now I want to print a very basic question is, I want to print only 10 numbers using while loop. I want to print first n numbers using the while loop. You tell me. రాసుకోండి, ప్యారలల్ గా రాసుకోండి కొంచెం. ఇది టైం వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది మనకి. ప్యారలల్ రాస్తుండండి. వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్. ఓకే, రాసిన వాళ్ళు ప్రోగ్రామ్ ట్రై చేయండి. ఏంటి ప్రోగ్రామ్? యూజింగ్ వైల్ లూప్ ప్రింట్ ది ఫస్ట్ 10 numbers 1 to 10 numbers. వినాలి. Tell me what I should do immediately. చెప్పండమ్మా అబ్బాయిలు, లాస్ట్ చెప్పండి. మెయిన్. Okay, main. After that, what I need to declare? How many numbers I want? 0 to 1 to 10 annaga. Okay. Okay. So next one is int I. Okay. As of now, I need I value. Okay. What should I do next? Injali. Printf. Ayala. Enter. Number. Okay. Tell me. Printf. ఓకే. 10 numbers కావాలని 10 numbers కావాలా? అందుకు కావాలా నంబర్ నీకు? ఎందుకు కావాలి? సరే, n ఈక్వల్ టు 10 కూడా ఇచ్చేసాం. అయిపోయిందా? n ఈక్వల్ టు 10. నౌ టెల్ మీ. ఇంకా ప్రింట్ఎఫ్ ఎందుకు? ఓకే. నౌ టెల్ మీ వైల్ లూప్. వాట్ ఐ షుడ్ రైట్? Condition, tell me. What is the condition? I కూడా ఇద్దాం. I equal to 1. I equal to 1 to 10 కదా. I equal to 1 and n value equal to 10. Now tell me, while I is, while, చెప్పండి, while I value is less than or, చెప్పండి, less than or equal to 10. Now what is the condition? Emma, amen. While I is less than or equal to 10. Now tell me what it has to print. Printf. Printf. What type of value we are printing? What type of values we are printing? What is the format specifier? Percentage. Percentage D. Comma. What is the value I need to print every time? I value. Very good. What is the value I need to print? I value. Now while loop is closed. While loop is closed. So now also next one, you want to write anything? No. Okay, main also close. Now tell me how the execution will go. Last. How the execution will go here? How the execution will start here? Tell me. Last, Chapamma. Last. Chapu. How the flow will start? In memory, what it will store? వినాలి కదా, మీకోసమే అది చెప్తుంది. క్లాస్లో ఉన్నావు ఎనీవే, వినకుండా ఏం చేస్తుంటావు? ఎనీవే క్లాస్లో కూర్చుంటున్నావు 2 hours. దీనికంటే ఇంపార్టెంట్ వర్క్ ఏమైనా ఉందా? ఎందుకు టైం వేస్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు? ఎలాగో కూర్చున్నారు, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఆప్షన్. So what is the value of I? I value will be initially I value equal to 1 and it is stored in some memory location. So I'm not writing every time. Next, here n value equal to 10. So first it will come to that. What is the I value? 1. 1 is less than or equal to 10. Is it true or false? True. It will come into the loop and it will execute. What it will execute? What it is displaying? I value. What is I value? 1. I value becomes 1. So next, how it will be? Here you need one more increment operation. What is? Without incrementing I, how you will repeat it? Okay. What it has to repeat? I plus plus. I plus plus. Now I value becomes what? I value becomes 2. I value becomes 2. Okay. So now again, I value is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 10. 2 is less than or equal to 10. Is it true or false? True. True means what it will be? What is I value? 2. Next, I value is getting incremented 1. So 2 becomes 3. Now 3 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it will come and it will print like this. It will be 4 like this and so on. 10 is less than or equal to 10. 10 is less than or equal to 10. Yes. So like this, I'm not repeating everything. Okay. 10 is less than or equal to 10. True. So what it will print? What is the I value at the time? 10 means 10. So it becomes 10. When I value again, what? 10 becomes 11. So now come to here. So 11 is less than or equal to 11 is less than or equal to 10. So false. It will come out of the while loop. It will come out of the while loop and it will display that. So all this 1 to 10 numbers. 1 to 10 numbers. Like this you can write in any way. Understood? This is a usage of while loop. Sir, in while loop also we have some competitive examination type questions. These are very easy. Just understanding only while loop. You are just understanding what? While loop. That's it. Nothing is there. But suppose how we, in competitive examinations, people will ask. So write down this one. I will explain. కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ రాయండి, మనకు తక్కువ టైం ఉంది. ఎన్నిచ్చుకోవచ్చు, యూ కెన్ ఎంటర్ ఎన్ వాల్యూ. Instead of defining n value, you can enter the value. Suppose you want to display only 9 numbers, you want to display 10 numbers or 20 numbers, you can enter from the printf statement, enter the value. This I want to enter only 10, and that's why I have written like this. You want to take randomly, you want to print random numbers, 1 to 15, 1 to 20, like this, 1 to 25. What you have to do at the time? You have to take here printf, enter the n value. Instead of giving n value here 10, you can directly take from explicitly from the user. And at that time, you can place here, in place of 10, place the value as a, what is the value you have to place? N. Here you have to place n and take this n value from the user. In the previous program, we have taken, right? Printf, enter the n value, scanf, %d. Okay, like this. Okay. Now next one is how this is. Next. Okay, while int I okay, while what is the value of this one? Okay, int I means yesterday I have explained already. What are the int I means? We have a signed or unsigned numbers. By default, remember, if you are not mentioning whether it is a signed or unsigned, by default it is a what type of number? Signed number. Okay. If you need only unsigned number means you have to explicitly mention that this is a unsigned number. So that means unsigned int. Otherwise, you are just mentioning int I means that is a signed only. Remember this one. Okay. Why? I am giving like 7. This is very, very important. So while condition is what? 7. I am giving condition as 7. I value becomes I am not giving. So if you want to give I value also, you can give 1, no issue. Okay. I value is 1. Now you are incrementing I value. While condition is true, next you are incrementing I value and you are printing the, listen, you are printing the I value also. Print %d, comma, what you are printing? You are printing I value. Now tell me what is the output of this program. This is one of the competitive examinations. Tell me what is the output of this problem. What is the output of this program? Can anyone tell me? జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని. ఎనీబడి చెప్పండి. 1 to 7 రాంగ్. ఇంకా చెప్పండి. ఎర్రర్ కూడా రాదు. ఇట్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. నెక్స్ట్ కంపైలర్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఏం లేవండి, ఓకేనా? ఎర్రర్స్ ఏం లేవు, చెప్పండి. అవుట్పుట్ చెప్పండి. 1 2 ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి రా. రాంగ్ అసలు. అరే ఒకసారి లూప్ ఆలోచించండి. వెయిట్ చాలు మన టైం వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఈజ్ దేర్ ఎనీ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఈజ్ ఫాల్స్? ఎప్పుడు ఫాల్స్ అవుతుందండి? ఎస్ అంటున్నారు. వాట్ ఇస్ ద కండిషన్? దట్ while 7, okay, while 7 means is there any chance of getting here changing the 7? Is there any chance? 7 ఏ ఉంటది. It will be present 7 only. What it is incrementing? I value is getting incremented. Suppose you are writing here I value is getting incremented. What is the use of I value? We are not using here a condition I statement, right? What it is? You are incrementing. First come to here. Wait. What is I value? I value becomes 1. Okay, this is a post increment. Let us take, okay, if you want to confuse, okay, this increment operation, okay, you can give here also, no problem. Okay, what is the value 1? It will print 1. Okay, next what it will print? It will go and check the condition. Yes or no? Condition is true or false? When I said that condition is false, whenever in the condition here in this place 0, whenever there is a while of 0, then condition is false. But what is there? Here 7 only. So now I value is getting incremented to I value is getting incremented to. Again there is a while loop I am going. What is there? 7 only. It is again true. Again like this 3 and so on. Where it will go? 6 in the graph. So here 7. This 7 is not going to change. In a while loop, 7 remains the same. What value it is changing? What value it is changing? I value is changing. I value not related to this while loop. I value is in the while loop 7 is there, that's it. 7 will never get changed. So loop also it will continues infinite number of times. Loop will never break. Ardhamainda? Because this 7 will be 7 only. If it is getting 0, then it will stop. But is there any chance of getting 0? No chance. So this loop will be remain infinite number of times. Sir, what is the infinite number of times mean? From 1, what is the range of 5 integer? What is the range of integer? Okay, this we are going to discuss after complete. You just remind me if you have a time. If we have a time, we will discuss some more problems on this one. Okay. For this one, you need what is the range of. Yesterday I already discussed. What is the range of 5 value integer? 0 to infinity. How many bytes? 2 bytes integer. 2 bytes means what is the maximum number I can display? 2 power. For signed, for unsigned means 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1. For signed means 2 power 16 divided by 2. That means minus 2 power 15 to minus 2 power 15 to. These are negative numbers. Positive numbers 2 power 15 minus 1. This is the range. That means it will start the program here 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. Like this is a minus 32 7 6 8. I think minus 32 7 6 8. Here it is means what? 32 7 6 7 7. So actually, okay, this I am explaining now only because after that we will forget. So every integer, remember, this is very important, ma. Sir, Vinandi. every integer range is clockwise here. Yeah. 2 bytes means it will start from 1. Vinal Jagrataga. 1, 2, 3, and so on. And so on. What is the maximum number? Positive. For let us take it is a percentage D means it's a signed. It is a signed. Signed means this is a negative range. This is a positive range. Up to 32. Chapandi. 32, 767. Okay, sir. After that, up to 3267. Again, where it will start? 32, 768 will not take because integer range is only up to 32, 767 only. After that, again it will be repeated as a negative range. What is the negative range? Minus 32, 768 like this. Minus 32, 767 and so on. It will come to here. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 0. So in this one, there is no chance of getting 0. So it will keep on repeating. It will keep on repeating. What value? If you want, you can test in the computer. Do the program for this one. You will get what type of values are getting. What it is output? Chapandi. What output is going to printing repeatedly? 1, 2, 3, and so on. 32, 767, and so on. And so on, like this. 32, 766. Sorry. Minus 32, 768, minus 32, 767, and so on. And so on next. Minus 2, minus 1, 0. Again. From 0 to again. This one. Again it will repeat. From 0 to, it is going to infinite number of times. Okay. Understood or not? Now I am changing a small thing that is here. Instead of here while 7, suppose I will make it as a I. While of I. While of వినండి ఇందాక ఏం చేశాను while of 7. Now I am just changing while of I. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్. వాట్ ఇస్ ఆన్సర్? ఇప్పుడే చెప్పా కదమ్మా, ఇన్ఫినిటీ పోదు. ఎక్కడ ఆగుతుందో చెప్పండి. Previously I am checking 7. That will not. But here what is the value? I. Whenever it is getting I increment is. So చెప్పండి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి రా. What is the printing? 1, 2, 3 and up to 32, 7 and minus 32, 68 up to where you get? Whenever it will get 0, the loop will be getting. Loop is getting terminated or not? Whenever there is a while of 0, it will be loop will be terminated. What is output here? Mala 0 antarentra. 1, 2, 3 and so on. 32, 67, 67. After that, minus 32, 68 and so on. Up to minus 1, it will print. Whenever 0 is getting, it got terminated. This is what importance of the while loop and what are the competitive examination type questions will be asked like this. Okay? Understood? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Thank you. So next, write down. We will go for the next topic. Next important looping technique is a loop kelpoda. For loop kellama? Okay. వినండి, ఈ రోజే నాది లాస్ట్ లెక్చర్ ఉంటది. సో ట్రై టు యూటిలైజ్ ఎఫెక్టివ్లీ. నెక్స్ట్, can we go for next floor? Yes or no? ఓకే, రాసుకోండి ఫాస్ట్. ఓకే, మీరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారంటే అయిపోయింది అనుకుంటా నేను. ఓకే, నో అంటే ఎట్లా కానీ మరి ఫాస్ట్. మీరు కొంచెం ప్యారలల్ గా నోట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయండి. నేను ఇట్లా రాస్తే ఇప్పుడు మీరు అట్లా కాము ఉండొద్దు, రాయండి మీరు కూడా. నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేప్పుడు వినండి, అప్పుడు టైం మినిమైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, మీరు ఎక్కువ ఎన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తే మీకు అంత యూజ్. So this is the most of the time this question is asked in exam actually. Okay, next one is okay, no issue. For loop, next one is చేస్తా. నెట్ స్లో ఉంది. ఇక్కడ చేయొచ్చా? నెక్స్ట్, ఓకే, సెటిల్ డౌన్ ఫాస్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ లూప్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ లూప్ ఈజ్, ఇగో ఇదే. నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానంటే మీరు ఆపేయాలి, నేను మళ్ళా చెప్పొద్దు. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు లో, నేను ఒక్కసారి స్టార్ట్ చేశానంటే మీరు సైలెంట్ గా ఉండాలి. అమ్మాయిలు, మీరు ఫస్ట్ బెంచ్ లో కూర్చొని మాట్లాడితే ఎట్లా? ఇప్పుడు బాటిల్ settle down. For loop, basic structure of the for loop. Okay, you know very well where we have to start the same thing, and after starting, what you need to check for immediately? There is a initialization is anyway, it is a initialization. Post initialization is ready. Initialization, then there is a condition. After condition, what it will do? It will execute the statement. Then it will be, there is a increment or decrement operation, that is a modify operation. What is? We already seen that what is a modify operation, right? Modify operations, then after modification again, Emma, after modification again, మొత్తం వచ్చా ఏంటి? మొత్తం వస్తే బయటకు వెళ్ళొచ్చు కదా మంచిగా, వినాలి కదా. మోడిఫై, ఆఫ్టర్ మోడిఫై అది క్లోజ్ అయిపోద్దిరా. హలో
వరకు సార్ 3:45 క్లోజింగ్
అయిపోద్దా? Okay. After that, again, what you need to check? You need to check for the after modification. What you need to check? Again, condition until it has to repeat it until it becomes false. Whenever the condition is false, it has to be exit. So this is a basic flow of for loop. Basic flow of for loop. Sir, what is the syntax of the for loop then? What is the syntax of the for loop? మిమ్మల్ని సెట్ చేయడానికి టైం వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది అని ఆల్రెడీ రిపీట్ చేశాను. మళ్ళా అదే రిపీట్ చేస్తే కొంచెమన్నా ఉండాలి కదా తెలివి. Syntax. What is the syntax? Tell me quickly. Syntax is what? For loop initialization. What is initialization? What is initialization means? Whether I equal to 1 or I equal to 0. So those type of j equal to 1, j equal to whatever the number, you can initialize. That means where you want to start, from that onwards you can initialize. Initialization. Next one is condition. Condition, then what is the next operation here? Modify. Modify operations. Modify operations. And you can check here. You can execute the whatever the statement you can execute. And whenever the condition is false, it will come out of the for loop. It will come out of the sir. How it is working? Remember, చాలా మందికి first the working of the for loop is difficult. Most of the people will think, but it is very easy. Let us see that how it will work. I'm going for next one because I don't have time to to give the notes. You take parallelly. Hand. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. అరే పోనీ రే మీరు మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటే నేను చెప్పలేను. క్లాస్ వినాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళకే క్లాస్ చెప్తాను నేను. మీరు మాట్లాడుకుంటూ నేను ఇక్కడ మాట్లాడితే ఏంటది కదా క్లాస్ అంటారు. కాదు క్లాస్ రూమ్. క్లాస్ డిసిప్లిన్ కొన్ని ఉంటాయి. నేను మాట్లాడుకుంటూ క్లాస్ చెప్తూ మీరు మాట్లాడుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది? ఇక నేనెందుకు? క్లాస్ అనేది ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఈవెన్ లాస్ట్ బెంచ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆల్సో మీరు ఏదో కామెడీగా ఆడుకోవడానికి కాదు. Let us write for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, and I plus. Let us take simple for loop, and we are having some condition, some printf statement or whatever it may be. So I want to explain here first. Okay, how for loop is working. First, where it will go? First, while entering into for loop, what is the first thing? Initialization. This is the first thing. And what is the second thing? Condition. So here it will go to here, and it is called as the second step of the process. And third step, if the condition is true, where it will go? It will go to the body, and this is the third step. And what is the fourth step? After executing the statement, where it has to go? It has to go for the, tell me, modify operator. It is the fourth step. And after modification, again where it will go? Again it will go for the condition. Again it will go for the condition. This is the fifth step. Most of the people, they don't know this flow. First of all, they will know only syntax. This is a flow of the for loop. Flow of the for loop. Write down this one. This is very important. Just write down this one. Now we will write very simple program. Then we will go for some difficult tasks. Done. Clear the last one. That flow is very important. Okay. Next. Okay. Hello. Write a program. Anyway, first to 10 numbers you are able to display using the for loop. That is not a difficult one. Okay. Let us try for one more somewhat next level. Sum of first given natural numbers. Not all. Okay. Based on the n value. Natural numbers means it is starting with 1 to n. That n value depends. Okay. Sum of all the numbers I want. Tell me what we have to do. You have to tell me. First, you write the logic. First of all, you try it. Every time I'm writing, I'm giving 2 minutes of time. Please try. Just 2 minutes. Please make an attempt. Attempt cheyali. Wrong aina parvaledu. Programs నేర్చుకోవాలంటే you have to practice. First understand the syntaxes, then you start working. What I want suppose 1 to, I am explaining logic. 1 to, let us take, I want 1 to 5 numbers. Sum of all the 5 numbers. So what I need to enter here? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. I want the sum. That's it. I want sum. What is the sum? ఎంత సమ్ము చెప్పండి రా 15 వము నేనే కౌంట్ చేసుకోమంటారా 15 that is what I want expecting. Okay, it is taking input 1 plus 2. I need to do 3 4. Anybody done? Just attempt చేయాలి నా కోసం వెయిట్ చేయొద్దు. ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ అంటే అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి. వెరీ గుడ్. ఇక్కడ సమ్ ఏది? సమ్ ఎక్కడ చేస్తున్నావు? సమ్ చేయాలి కదా. ఓకే, లూప్ రాసావు. సమ్ ఎక్కడ చేస్తున్నావు? సమ్ కూడా చేయి. ఏం కాదు, రాంగ్ అయినా మాత్రం అటెంప్ట్ చేసింది కదా, ఎందుకు నవ్వుతారు? ఓకే, ఎనీబడి డన్? ఇదిగో అలా కూర్చొని ముచ్చట్లు పెట్టుకుంటే ఎలా? అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి. చెప్తాలే. ఎక్కడ సమ్ చేస్తున్నావురా? సమ్ ఎక్కడ చేస్తున్నావు? సమ్ చేయమన్నా కదా, నంబర్స్ తీసుకున్నావు. ఓకే గుడ్, కానీ సమ్ ఎక్కడ చేస్తున్నావు? ఓకే అమ్మా చెప్పండి, ఏం చేద్దాం ఫస్ట్? ఈ క్రాస్ టాకింగ్ అమ్మాయిలు డిస్కషన్ అయిపోయింది. ఒకసారి ఇంకా నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే, మెయిన్ hello main I need some declarations because I am entering first 5 natural numbers. If you want first 10 number 10, if you want any 15, first 15 also you can add. Okay, for that what I need to do? Integer, what I need to declare? That n value up to 1 to 5 or 1 to 15 or up to 1 to 10. ఇదిగో ఇదే. ఏమైందమ్మా? మనకున్నది మాక్సిమం 15 minutes 20 minutes. వినండి, ట్రై టు యూటిలైజ్. మీకేం రోజు నేను క్లాస్కి ఏం రాను. What is the value here? Main and integer where n value, because I need to enter a 10 or 20 or 15 whatever it may be. Okay, for that I need one n value. Vinamma program ఎలా రాయాలనో కదా. Okay, next int n. Next, what is the value I need to compare? First to 10 means 1 to 10. Where I have to start? Natural number means 1. So I value equal to 1, or you can declare directly int I also. Initialization anyway we will declare, right? So if you want this, this is also not required. Okay, int I also it's okay. Okay, int I value as well as n value. One more value I needed. What I have to do? Sum. No, this result has to store some. The result has to store somewhere itself. That is called it as a sum value. Sum value initially I am taking 0. Sum value initially. Hey, మంచిగా చెప్తుంటే అర్థం కావట్లే. So next one, I have declared variables. That means initially sum value becomes 0 and garbage I value becomes I value also I am taking garbage value here. I value initially garbage value. What is n value? N value also initially garbage value. Now what I am doing? Printf. What should I enter? What should I enter? Enter the n value. Enter the n value. Now what I have to next statement? Scanf. Why scanf? Why scanf? To read the values. Suppose user enter 10. So the 10 has to stored into the this memory location. So scanf. What type of input I'm expecting? Integer type. Integer means what format specifier I have to use? Percentage D, comma, what it has to be, where it will be storing value, where it is storing n, you know it is address of n. This is the meaning of address of n. Whatever the user entered the value, this will be storing into the n. Suppose you entered the 10 or 5, you entered, you take 5 number, okay? So that means that 5 will be stored into the address of n. Address of n. This is a 2000 is address. Not only 2000, it may be anything. That compiler will generate random address. Okay. Next. So what it will do? Now we are taking input as a number, some number. Now I need to sum up that number. What I have to do? చెప్పండి. లూప్ కదా. Okay. What is the next one? Loop. What is the loop? చెప్పండి మీరు ఫర్ లూప్ ఏం రాయాలి? I value is what? It is starting from 1. I value is starting from 1. I value start from 1. I is next one. Condition is what? మీరు చెప్పండి parallel గా. Condition is what? I less than or equal to 5 రాస్తామా? n value. I less than or equal to n. Later I plus. I plus. In that I can do some operation. Okay. ఆ జూమ్ రాకపోయినా పర్లేదు, అట్లీస్ట్ వీళ్ళకన్నా అర్థం, అంటే వేరే వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు. అచ్చా, ఓకే. సరే రాయండి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇచ్చాను సగం చెప్పాను కదా, రాయండి. మీరు ఇచ్చట పెట్టుకుంటారేంటి? టైం వేస్ట్ చేయొద్దు. టైం వేస్ట్ చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ ఉంటారు. సరే టెక్నికల్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది, ఓకే, యూ రైట్ డౌన్, యూ కంటిన్యూ. నేను సగం చెప్పే కదా ప్రోగ్రామ్. చెప్పండి, రాయండి. హలో, రాయండి. ప్రోగ్రామ్ మీరు రాయకపోతే అర్థం కావు. మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో ఈ సి ప్రోగ్రామే రాకపోతే భయపడతానే ఉంటారు ప్రతి ఇయర్. రాసారా? సమ్ము యాడ్ చేయడమే. తీసుకో. becomes 3. Thank you. ఇది రెడ్ లో మీతో ఉంది కదా
అది పర్లేదు.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ. టెల్ మీ. హలో, టైం తక్కువ ఉంది, మీరు మాట్లాడవద్దు. ఓకే, ఫర్ వాట్ ఇస్ ఐ వాల్యూ? ఐ వాల్యూ స్టార్ట్ ఇనిషియలైజ్ 1. I is less than or equal to n. N may be now 5 user entered. Next time he enter 10. Next time he will enter 15. Okay, that is different. N and next one I is incrementing. I is incrementing every time. Now tell me what is the logic? Sum equal to చెప్పండి. Sum plus I. And what you need to this has to repeat it how many times? This has to repeat it how many times? If you enter 5 times, 5 times. If you user enter 10 times, means 10 times. This has to repeat it. After that, what is the I want output? What I want output? Sum of these n numbers is something, right? I need to come out of this for loop. I need to come out of the for loop, and I need to write what? చెప్పండి. Print. What I need to write here? Printf. మీరు చేయమంటే ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా చేయలేదు. నేను చెప్తున్నప్పుడేమో ముచ్చట్లు పెట్టుకుంటున్నారు. వినాలమ్మా, అన్నిసార్లు చెప్పుకోకూడదు. Printf means what? చెప్పండి. What type of value it is? What type of value? Integer. Integer means percentage p. So sum of, if you want to write sum of, if you want n also display చేయాలనుకుంటే you can display sum of percentage d. Percentage d place ఏమొస్తుంది? Sum of n natural numbers. Sum of n numbers is percentage d. ఈ ఫస్ట్ పర్సెంటేజ్ d దేనికి? Sum of 5 numbers. Sum of 5 numbers. 5 numbers అంటే what is the value? n. 5 means n, comma, here percentage d is I want result. Result ఏంటి? ఎందులో ఉంది result? Sum లో ఉంది. So sum is sum. Now you can close the main. Can you see the tracing here? What initially it is going to happen? See the once tracing. Please try to once look at tracing. Hello. First, try to observe the tracing. User entered input. User entered input is how much? User entered input is what? చెప్పండి. Enter the n value. N value becomes 5. You can read and it will store into this memory. Now it is coming to for loop. For loop. What it is doing? For loop initialization. I equal to 1. Here in this memory location, I equal to 1. I is less than or equal to n. So 1 is less than or equal to, what is n value? 5. So that means 5 is. Now next one is after condition, which one I have to execute? After condition, here body, it has to come to here. So what is the body here? Sum equal to sum plus. Sum is what initially? 0. Sum equal to 0 plus what is I value? 1. So now what is the 0 plus 1? 1. So sum is stored it as a 1. Okay? Some value is 1. Now next step. Next step, where it will go? After body, where it will go? It will go for the modify operator. I value becomes what? I value becomes, hey, I value becomes follow my flow. I value becomes 2. So now 2 is less than, after modification again, where it will go? Condition. Again, condition is 2 is less than or equal to 5. True or false? True. Then it will go for the, where it will go? Body. What is the body here? Sum equal to sum plus 5. What is the sum value? What is the sum value? 0 now. 1. Very good. Sum value is equal to 1 plus, what is I value? 2. అమ్మాయిలు ఎక్కువ సౌండ్ ఇస్తున్నారు మీరు ఇవ్వట్లే. I equal to, దానికి కాదురా, ఆన్సర్ చేద్దాం. Answer key. 2. So now sum value becomes 3. Now this again where it will go? Modify operator. What is I value becomes? E should be less than or equal to 5. Next, sum value is what? 3. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 3. 3. Very good. Next final step. Okay. Next after that 3 plus 3. Again it will becomes next 4. Next it becomes 6 plus 4, 10 plus 10 plus 5. Okay, next. So this 15. Now I value becomes what? I value becomes 6. Listen, I value is 6. Now go and check your condition. What is that here? 6 is less than or equal to 5. True or false? False. So it has to come out of the గుంపులో అనొద్దు. ఓకే, ఆన్సర్ మాత్రమే చెప్పండి. 6. Come out of the for loop, and which statement will be executed after coming out of the for loop? What is here percentage domain? Sum of 5 natural numbers is, this is what? What is the sum final value? 15. Very good. This is what? Answer. Okay. Like this, you have to enjoy the programming. Okay. If you know the tracing, you are going to enjoy the programming. Otherwise, if you don't know the tracing, what you will always see that how this for loop, what is the output, and you will have many confusions. So if you know properly, you are going to enjoy the programming. It is not a difficult. Next one is write down, and we are going for the next. So finally, for loop also done, and finally, can you open the PPT? Do while loop also will go. Final one. Because if I start writing, it is taking much time. We don't have that much time. I will explain using PPT. Quickly open the do while loop in second unit. Open this. ఎక్కడ నేను చేయలేదు. ఓకే, ఇంతే ఓపెన్. ప్లీజ్ వెయిట్. Last 10 minutes only. Okay, but I want to explain do while also, because that is a pending. That is the only one loop. Do while loop is also similar to while loop only, but the difference is in while loop what you are going to check first? Condition. Yes or no? Condition you are going to check. In a do while loop, after executing statement, you will check the condition. Vinali, ఏమైంది? What is the do while loop? Very last. What is the do while loop? After executing the statement once, it will go and check for the condition. But in our competitive examinations, they will ask many times what is the difference between while loop and do while loop. Both are same? No. In a while loop, first condition will be checked. If the condition is false, nothing is executed. But in do while loop, first condition is not going to execute. What it execute? It first statements will be executed once, then it will check for the condition. That means at least one time the statements are getting executed in which loop? Do while loop. Do while loop. At least one time it is going to execute. That is the advantage of the do while loop. And one more case is switch case. What is switch? So there is a one actually switch means switch is a keyword. Switch is a keyword. I don't want to waste the time. That's why I'm explaining orally also. Okay. Switch case, in switch, we will have a one variable, any variable. Okay. Let us take a yes. Okay. Or n, any variable. And we have a 3 or many 10 or more. Or you can take 1 to 10 cases. 1 to 10 different cases. 1 to 10 different cases we will have. In case 1, we will have a one condition. Case 2, let us example. I want to perform, select the options. I want to perform addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. So these are all called what? Different options. Different options. In case 1, we have a addition. In case 2, subtraction. Case 3, multiplication. Case 4, execution. In out of this one cases, if I select any one case, in place of s variable, if I select 1 will be executed. If I select 3 will be executed. If I select 4 will be unit 2. If I select 4 will be executed. This is the advantage of the switch case. One more looping is, it is not a looping technique. It is like a if else. Okay. ఏమంటా ఆపేయాలా? టైం అయిపోయిందా? ఆపేద్దామా? లేదా ఒక 5 minutes తీసుకోవచ్చా? ఒక 5-10 అంటే ఏం లేదు, వాళ్ళకి మళ్ళా ఒక 5-10 minutes తీసుకోవచ్చా? క్లోజ్ చేద్దామా? సరే, ఒకసారి మీరు చదివి ఒకసారి ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ అట్ దిస్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం, ఇంకా సర్లే ఓపెన్ చేయకు. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఇంకా ఓకే అమ్మా. whatever the till now, whatever we have discussed, you have any doubts, please let me know. Any doubts? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. yes or no? Okay.